Thank you.
Amen. Well said. Ms. Fundner, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Dear members of the House Judiciary
Ms. Fundner, hit that microphone too. Hit that button right there, yeah.
Dear members of the House Judiciary Committee, my name is Ann Fundner, and I'm a wife and a mother of 4 beautiful and amazing children, and I'm here to share the story about the devastating consequences, just want to put that up real quick, of the Biden-Harris administration's open borders. I hope that by sharing my pain, others may be spared the same heartache. I want to tell you about my firstborn son, Weston. He was an extraordinary child. He was the best big brother. He was a sweet and loving son and a great friend to so many and a joy to everyone who knew him. We attended church. He loved football, hockey, surfing, had so many friends. He had a great heart of gold and a compassion for others that I've never seen on another person. He was always standing up for other people. My husband and I were fully involved in our children's lives, and Weston, like so many teenagers, he wanted to fit in. And during his second semester of his freshman year in high school, at the early age of 15, he succumbed to a moment of peer pressure. He made one tragic mistake, and it took his life. And in February of 2022, our lives were shattered. Our firstborn son, my everything, he was gone. And his whole future and everything that we had prepared him for, all of our hopes and dreams, were stolen in that instant. And despite our best efforts and our conversations about the dangers of drugs and our constant support and our love for him, and he knew he was so loved, fentanyl claimed our son. But our kids are supposed to learn from their mistakes, and 20 years ago, this would not have killed my son. But they're dying from them. Kids today can't make mistakes. Fentanyl changes everything. Illicit fentanyl came over the open borders illegally that killed my son. It didn't give him the chance to learn from his mistake, and I hold Joe Biden and Kamala Harris responsible for my son's death. Their open border policies have led to this devastating crisis. Our tragedy could have been prevented if they had taken decisive action to protect Americans from fentanyl flooding over the borders. Instead, they've exacerbated this issue with their open border policies, and Vice President Harris, appointed to manage the border situation, and I have her tweet from March of 2021 that specifically says that she has been appointed to the border. And every Democrat, I hold Vice President Harris appointed to manage a border situation, and she has failed to act. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and every Democrat who supports these open border policies are complicit in the deaths of 300,000 innocent Americans, including my son, Weston. Say his name. Look at his picture. Since this administration took office, 300,000 sets of parents have had to bury their children. In 2021, till now, 300,000, and that doesn't include 2024. It's now the leading cause of death for Americans aged 18 to 45, and it's rapidly becoming the #1 killer of teens, with 14 and under being the fastest growing demographic, and I can show you every day, babies are dying from this. Toddlers, 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds, your children, your grandchildren, and it can happen to anybody's children. President Biden, who knows the pain of loss and losing a child and has another child who has battled addiction, you would think that he would prioritize this issue, yet he remains absent. And Vice President Harris's March 23rd of 2021, her tweet claimed that she was appointed to address the border crisis. She acknowledged the difficulty of the task, but that it was a necessary one. However, for over 3 years, she has done zero to address this problem. The open borders are a matter of national security, and when this administration opened the borders, they gave operational control to the cartels who are operating a multi-billion-dollar business on American soil. I just want to say that, unregulated, tax-free. While not addressing the problem, it will continue to happen. I want to tell you how evil this drug is on our children. If your child tries fentanyl one time, it's not a matter of if they will die, it's a matter of when. The drug dealers are very well trained, and they're manipulative and predatory. They know it's 50 times more addictive than crack, and so if your child tries it once, they've got a customer. Withdrawal symptoms set in after one time of trying it. Within 2 to 3 hours, your child will be battling severe symptoms that we as adults could barely handle. And drug dealers, like groomers, convince your child that they can't tell their parents. They've done something wrong. So they give them more. And now you have a child trying to deal with an addiction that they never wanted for the first time in their life. And for $7.50, you can deliver it to your front door, placed under a mat, or your child can deliver it to their front door on social media. Parents are finding their children dead in their beds, a place that should be their safe space of comfort, where they lay their heads at night. And in the morning, parents are waking up to this nightmare. And it's being supported by drug dealers, supported by the cartels, coming over our wide open borders.
This one?
Okay. I'm almost done.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Quickly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Few in this room can truly understand the depth of my pain, and unfortunately, too many families in America can. Weston is gone, and his death is a direct consequence of the decisions made by the Biden-Harris administration. The open borders have been allowed to persist and have led to tragedies like the one that I shared and shattered my family. I stand before you today to hold them and anyone who supports open borders accountable, and I implore you to take this to heart.
Thank you.
Let this be a catalyst for change, because the decisions that we make will prevent further tragedies and save lives. Thank you for your time, and thank you for the extra time.
You bet. Thank you. We're going to go, if we could go real quick, then we do have to take a recess. Ms. Moran, you're recognized for 5